All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome, Uncivilized. We're back. Today is, we just had to jump on today. We had to jump on today. We had to jump on today. How you guys doing?
A little disheartened, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I say about the same. Spent too much time online already and a little down, a little frustrated, a little sad.
Yeah. I mean, I think we should just get into the meat and potatoes of this. And I don't even know which one to start with, guys. Like, Brian, you sent me something this week. This week alone has been a mess. Why don't we start? Why don't we start with New York? That seems to be the appetizer, if you want to call it.
You're speaking of Amy Cooper.
Hit me. Talk to me.
Yep.
Okay, so basically Amy Cooper had her dog off of a leash in Central Park, and we have an African-American man who is actually a bird watcher. And from what I read, I believe he worked for Marvel Studios, used to.
Yeah.
But he was a bird watcher, and he asked the lady politely, he said, "Would you please put your dog back on the leash?"
Yeah.
She wouldn't. She refused, so he started to film her, and that's where she got extremely aggressive. She told him to stop filming her, and then she went on and stated that she was going to call the police on him, and she was going to say that a black man was attacking her and threatening her life.
Yes.
But her dumb ass, I mean, you see he's filming you right now, so it's a total lie. So I don't even know why the fuck she opened her mouth and threatened him while he's filming her, which is the dumbest shit ever. But yeah, that's basically the in a synopsis, that's basically what that's about.
Here's the thing, and Brian and I think sometimes even black people will see, like, if a motherfucker's kind of with the business, or like, you know, niggas know niggas. I know niggas that are like, hey man, you need to chill out on some shit. If he was wilding out or doing some shit, I'm like, okay man, maybe you need to get, you need to chill the fuck out. Sometimes even niggas like, we gotta call the cops on this motherfucker wilding out. This nigga's a bird watcher.
Exactly.
Like, you square. You can't even white folks was like, God damn, this nigga's a bird watcher. Motherfucker, I ain't never looked at a bird and been like, now let me watch these motherfuckers. You have to have binoculars, you keep a journal, and then you go home and you're looking up the way I look at Jordans, the way Brian looks at music and Jordans, the way that Zach looks at
drums,
video games and Jordans.
And drums.
He's looking at birds. This guy is no threat. I don't even know if this nigga seasoned his chicken. And you want to goddamn call the cops on this brother? Get the fuck out of here. And then, like Brian said, he worked for Marvel Studios. So then when I watched the interview, obviously I've been in the thick of all of this. Then when he speaks, I'm like, this motherfucker's like a college professor.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Well-spoken, eloquent. Yeah.
Eloquent. They always say to white folks, oh, he speaks so well. Even I was like, damn, this nigga speaking really good. I mean, this brother was a smart brother. Yeah. So I'm like, you chose the wrong one, bitch, to fuck with. And you were working for, who was she working for, Brian? Like
Franklin Templeton Investments.
No, they already fired her.
They fired her. And she was pretty high up there in her job, too. She graduated from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business, which is big time.
Big time.
So she held a big position there, and she just screwed her life up.
Yeah. Franklin Templeton is, I mean, they have commercials on fucking TV. They're major.
Huge investment.
They can't have any racial anything going on. And that's why they had to let the girl go, Zach, which obviously you know that. They're like, bitch, what are you doing? Why are you fucking with this nigga that's looking at birds? Bitch,
any business should. Any business should.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's the world that we live in now, which is what I'm totally okay with. I mean, I'm sorry. If you're a racist now, go fuck yourself.
Please
it's that easy.
Out of here.
First Amendment exists. She's allowed to say that stupid shit. I mean, she runs the risk of, I mean, there are no criminal charges, but you're risking a black man's life nowadays by threatening to call the cops on her. But we're not going to get into that. She's allowed to be racist at the end of the day. But you pay the repercussions of that. Society's repercussions. You lose your job. She should be shunned by people. She should be like, no, people should be like, fuck you. Why do I want to be around you? You're garbage. You're garbage to do that to somebody. Get out of here with these excuses. Maybe she had a bad day. I've had lots of bad days. I've never accidentally turned into a huge racist.
Exactly.
35 years on this planet. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of bad days.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Let's put this into perspective. Let's say he didn't film it. And let's say that the cops actually came and beat the fuck out of this dude. Is she going to turn around and say, oh, I just had a bad day. I apologize for calling him. No, they're going to let him go to jail. He's going to go to jail.
Yeah.
He'll probably have a record from that. A bird watcher.
Yeah,
no
exactly.
fucking reason.
Oh.
Yeah, everything Brian just said, y'all, is true. Uncivilized Intellect. This is might be the most intellectual podcast we about to have, because we definitely be dropping gems. I just can't. And you know what? People think New York is so, it's New York. It's so like metropolitan, and it's so like diverse. And then you see, wow, there's a lot of racism in New York. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of racist shit. Cops have beat up a lot of motherfucking people in New York. New York ain't what you think it is.
All over the United States.
Yeah, but New York think it's cute, and fuck New York, motherfuckers. That's why I got the fuck out of there and came to LA. The best. LA, I love LA. Hey. But anyway, next goddamn story. B, I mean, I don't want to jump into Minneapolis just yet. There was something in Florida where the bitch drowned her own kid.
Yeah, she lied and said that her son was abducted by 2 black men. And then it come to find out they had footage of her drowning her own damn autistic son in the lake. Now,
Jesus Christ.
Another case of a black man that could have had his life ended.
Yeah.
A white lie. And this ain't a little white lie. This is a big ass white lie.
Yeah.
Huge. And then also another one. This is a youth pastor, a Caucasian youth pastor. He gets caught propositioning a man for oral sex.
Jeez.
Then he turned around and blamed a black man and said he was kidnapped for some reason by a black man. I don't know what that has to do with him asking for sex from a man.
Yeah.
He wanted to blame it on a black man.
Oh my God. It's always the pastors too. I'm at the, yeah, it's always them pastors.
Got some secrets.
Pastors got secrets. Always these damn church guys sucking on leaders. God damn it. You sick motherfuckers. Just preach your gospel and leave them goddamn boys alone and quit blaming black people that you got abducted. The bitch with her son, that's just way out. You know what I mean? These people should be charged though. Because you're right, Brian. What if that guy, that pastor, the cops show up and a black guy's just walking out of his hotel room or whatever, and he says, oh, that's him. Then they beat his ass. These have to start being crimes, these false calls, basically these fear calls. Because I know they never end up good for us.
Never end up
good for us.
You got. What do you think, Zach? I know
Zach just called the police on us.
Yeah, right. I'm slowly dialing 911 under the table right now. The whole situation's it's all fucked. It's. I don't know what else. Honestly, man, I've been reading about it. I'm speechless right now. It's shitty as fuck.
So what could we do as males? I mean, I know Zach, you got some brother in you, but we talking about from a black male perspective. What could we do to prevent this? Do we need to film everything now?
Unfortunately, that was the smartest thing that Christian Cooper did, which, by the way, we haven't mentioned his name. He's the guy that Amy Cooper called the police on in the park.
Did she call the police on her husband?
Right? Right? Yeah. Christian Cooper. Yeah. That was the smartest thing that he did, And I mean, think about all of these situations going on right now. If there weren't people with phones out recording, you can't trust the police anymore,
Yeah. So basically, they have a goddamn camera crew.
Yeah. Cops got cameras too, though.
Yeah.
But you can't trust them. Those malfunction and stop working whenever they want them to, basically. Whenever they want them to.
Yeah, you definitely can't trust those motherfuckers. I mean, shit. They're a goddamn mess. I guess we might as well just get to the
I was gonna say sorry if it just led us right into that. It's like bursting at the seams right now.
We are gonna talk about the NBA coming back and some shit. We just want to get the heavy stuff out of the way. God damn. Like, I don't even know how to jump into this one. Brad,
it's one of the most disturbing videos I've seen in a while, man.
Yeah, man.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there was absolutely no justification for you to put your knee on a man's throat, and he's already handcuffed. What is that for? What's the purpose of that? He was already handcuffed. He posed no threat whatsoever.
He can resist all he wants. He's on his stomach.
And he's handcuffed.
I mean, what are we talking about?
He's telling you he can't breathe. And if you listen to the video, he really can't breathe. He's talking. I'm like, you're killing the man. You're killing him. And the guy
that's what the people recording are saying.
And this is how much of a threat he wasn't. The cop has his knees on his neck. The guy's handcuffed, and his hands are in his pocket. The cop's hands is in his pocket.
Yeah. He was actually relaxing while he was killing the guy.
Yeah,
he was relaxing.
It was a murder on film, is what that was.
Yeah, that was way out. I mean, they took to the streets after that. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah. I mean, they were throwing bricks through cop cars as the cops were in the cars. They were shattering. Yeah, it was pretty serious. To the point where the mayor of Minneapolis, he said, "I don't understand why that cop's not in jail right now, charged with murder." He just did a whole conference right now.
There's no explanation. Really? There is no justification. There is no reason that anybody could fire at me right now why that cop should not be in prison right now. It's on film.
He said,
guilty.
I watched a black man murdered. I watched 5 minutes of a black man being murdered, and this is not right, and I don't know why he's not in jail right now.
And the fucking cop that was in front of him, that Asian dude that was blocking him, he should be charged as well.
What's up with the Asian dude? I was like, Asian
That's dude. So weird.
Damn.
That right there shows you that when you become a cop, it goes beyond race. It becomes this other fraternity where they protect each other over citizens. And it's fucked up, and it's not cool anymore. It's not okay anymore. No. And people need to be outspoken. And this is the type of shit that's going to happen. Is you're going to have people that are going to go to war with police now. And that's what's starting to happen. And you're going to get cops starting to get killed, and we're supposed to feel bad. And I do feel bad. I don't like when anybody gets killed. But it's like, well, what do you expect right now? Because the tables are the count is pretty lopsided one way right now. You guys can pretty much get away with it on film and get acquitted, get slapped with a fucking paid vacation, and then get transferred to another fucking department.
Plus, with the internet, you can find motherfuckers.
Oh, their information was out right away.
Yeah, a meme that some kid made that had the cop and all that kind of shit. His name is out there. Mm-hmm. You're going to start to have, it's probably, I would think it'd be a black guy, but it's probably going to be a way out radical white guy that starts finding where these police are that kill these guys and starts just sniping their ass in their own fucking house. Mm-hmm. Or finding them, just killing them. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some vigilante shit. That's why I put this fucking background up, because I was thinking about that. There's going to be a point where people start just shooting the cops in the goddamn face. Not all of them, but the ones that do this shit, almost like a vendetta, like payback. That was when I watched that guy getting murdered. I was like, man, somebody needs to kill that motherfucker. That motherfucker killed that dude and killed the motherfucking Asian guy also.
Well, and you know what? You know what's never a surprise? How is it every fucking cop in one of these situations, you go back and you look at their history and their track records, and what do you know? There was another shooting incident with that guy over in this place, and there was another firing incident with this place where he's fucking firing off at people and doing stupid shit, and they still let these guys have badges, and we're supposed to trust them to protect us, and they're out here murdering guys for no reason. I don't give a shit what you tell me. That dude was murdered, and he did not. Nobody deserves to die like that.
That's because they never do anything until you world star it. Until the citizens come out and actually watch it and put that camera up, and that person's looking like this, he's like, oh shit, I'm about to get in trouble now. Now it's like I can't control that camera because as a witness, if somebody says control, I can't take it out of his hand or her hand and destroy it. It's in the world now. So
Yeah.
I think because everybody's world star and everything, now everybody's getting their just desserts. People are getting prosecuted for wrongdoing and going to jail for it, and they should.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see this guy get tried for murder and found guilty. First degree. Like, that shit was fucked up. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the mayor's gonna make that happen. I saw him talk today. He was like, "Yeah, this needs to happen." He was like,
but see, they've already come out and like the police, I don't know if it was the commissioner, they come out and they say these things like, well, you know, we need to conduct the investigation and get the police officers' reports. And it's like, guess what? No, you don't. It's on film. It's right there. Stop with this bureaucracy. Stop with this red tape fucking, you know, bullshit. He didn't get a justice system. He didn't get a fucking chance. He didn't get an investigation. He got a fucking knee in his throat and he's fucking dead. Why does this cop get every fucking benefit of the doubt and all the benefits of the justice system? It's horseshit. It's horseshit.
And the video of him prior to it, he wasn't even resisting. The video came.
No, yeah, the one from the restaurant.
People forget that, like bars and restaurants, they have cameras out front. Most businesses have cameras out front, so they can see, you know, we're gonna get robbed, and you know, yada yada yada. That's how they found the Boston. Remember the Boston bomber?
Yeah.
They found him from different angles, because everybody had fucking cameras, and that camera showed that brother. He was not even close to resisting arrest.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's all about propaganda and a fancy narrative. You can put the word resisting in a headline and it makes it sound like he was fighting and wrestling cops, when what he was probably doing, which you see on video, is he was getting cuffed, he had his hands behind his back, and you heard the cop say something, and he went like that. Like, he turned around and you could tell he was trying to look at the cop and talk to him and probably say some shit like, what are you talking about? I don't know what happened, but that's the closest thing to resisting that I saw. So you can type that in the headline and people get this image because it's a black man that he's trying to fight and wrestle with these cops, when it's like, it wasn't that at all. It never was that. There was never a need for that.
He also could have been just adjusting his neck, because he had his neck on his throat. So he was trying to adjust it so he can actually fucking breathe. Now, also, too, the mayor said that he watched that videotape, and that is not proper procedure that cops are supposed to be using on people, especially a handcuffed man. He said the knee to the throat is not proper procedure. That was wrong. So I think that guy's going to go to jail. I think the arresting officer is going to go to jail, but I think the other ones will get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, because the mayor, because I watched that too, the mayor's young.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor looked like Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. His hair was long.
He's real, and
he was like,
young.
yo, we doing this. I was like, shit, the mayor probably got like a damn black girlfriend. He's like, I can't have this kind of bullshit going on.
Yeah.
I'm like 35.
He's definitely one that understands diversity. It's not like in Mitch McConnell's droopy chin, like back in the 60s and 50s. He don't give a fuck. But this guy actually seemed compassionate. And he brought up black males and how often this happened to black males a lot. So I was just like, wow, okay, well, maybe he may make something happen.
Like, Zach, it was probably the first time I heard a mayor talk like that, with that kind of anger that really gave a fuck. I was like, plus him being young, I was like, oh, he's probably, you know, he's been around brothers. And, you know, plus Minneapolis is supposed to be a kind of diverse city. And what you saw in those riots, I was like, there's not that many brothers in Minneapolis. There's a lot of white people out there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, Brett's from Minneapolis.
Brett, yeah.
Minneapolis, because brothers don't like to go too many places where it's just fucking freezing. Minneapolis has a tunnel. Yeah. Minneapolis has a tunnel above the city that you can walk, so you don't have to walk on the ground because it's so damn cold. They have like the skyway, the walkways. There's a lot of white people, and that's going to be the change. Is when these younger white people start to come up and start to get in office, they'll start to shut this kind of shit down, because they're really
I don't even think it's just
fighting for the brothers.
I don't even think it's just white people. Like, I think that's one of the biggest reasons that AOC is as popular as she is right now. It's because she's young. It's because she's got that attitude and the intelligence to back it up. You know what I mean? People keep coming at her. She had a really interesting tweet about this where she talks about how politicians are scared to go after police. because of the control that they have over. I mean, I'm sure there's unions and elections and all that bullshit. They can sway things in one direction. And she was like, police are in control in a lot of these, and politicians are scared to go after them, which is why shit never changes. And I think we'll see how this mayor handles the situation, because he's about to have some riots on his hand, and you'll see a lot more of this, I hope, with younger politicians coming in.
Yeah, younger white people. Like when you look at who's running, I mean, they know shit with like 13% of the population. Even when Black Lives Matter, when they march, they're not marching for other black people. They're marching to get hopefully somebody white to fucking change some goddamn laws, that when black people get killed, the goddamn guy goes to jail. It's going to take a white person to do something about this. You know what I mean? I mean, it's straight up. Get my black people about this.
No,
you know what I mean?
Who's
gonna do something?
That and minorities fucking voting. That's another thing that needs to change. I mean, and it sucks voting in a system that feels broken.
Well, I also think that a lot of blacks do. I think they do vote. I know in Florida the votes get lost.
Well, that also,
and they kind of make it harder for black people to vote. I think what I saw in that march, and Brian saw that too, there was a lot of black people, but there was also a lot of white people out there.
Absolutely. And that's going to be more and more present with the younger generations. And I don't think it's a matter, I think it's a matter of empathy and just basic humanity. We weren't raised ever in these times of, civil rights and segregation and all that bullshit. We never saw it other than a history book. And, that's not to say that racism doesn't exist. That'd be fucking stupid to say, but it doesn't exist in the form that it did, And now at least it's nice that you see that the standard is to film it, put it online, and call these people out.
Plus, I think we're just sick of seeing this shit.
It's old. It's 2020. Why the fuck are we still talking about the color of people's skin? Because that's all it is. That's all it is.
Brian were talking about this. It's like that image. Brian shared an image with me that was black and white. Yeah. And like B said, he said, this is like goddamn 1950s and 60s. Mm-hmm. I said, Brian, we are still dealing with this shit. Since I was a kid, Brian, it's still going on.
It's a new form of lynching.
Yeah. God damn. But
and see, here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, because this is what anybody listening needs to really, really, really fucking do. Imagine if that was a white person. But just imagine if it was somebody you knew. Imagine if you were walking down the street. Imagine it's the exact same guy. It's still him. Imagine you're the one walking down the street and you see it. You know what I mean? People get disconnected because it's just through a screen, and there's that disconnect because you see so much wild shit online right now and you just breeze right through it. People really need to pause and think about what really happened, how long it took, how long that man laid there with a knee in his fucking neck dying, man. It's fucked up.
Well, another thing too is a lot of people, from what I hear, they're like, oh, I only want to read and hear about positive things. If it's not positive, I don't really stay on top of it, but we need to stay on top of it, man. Yeah. Reality says that this shit is happening right now. And we need to be informed about it. And we need to figure out how we all going to collectively come together and stop it and help each other. And that's the only way we're going to progress. And if you want to stay in your bubble and act like it's not happening, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that's right.
How the fuck is this happening during COVID-19? How niggas dying all over the goddamn place? During COVID. We already
dying because of COVID, and then they dying because of the police. That's why
niggas can't get a break.
I mean, in all honesty, this is why there's a rush to open everything. Who's the most affected by COVID-19 right now? People of color, minority. Yeah. That's why Trump is like, let's get back to business right now.
Yeah.
He already knows there's going to be a spike in deaths. Who are they going to be? Minorities. He doesn't care. He's like, just bring the economy back. Let's get the money coming back in. These people going to die anyway. Let them die.
Shit, the cops are killing these niggas. Who gives a fuck? Open everything the fuck back up.
Double time,
goddamn. Yeah, Zach, California opens Friday. The malls, everything opens Friday. Man.
You won't find me out there.
That's going to be way out. Now, you're going to be that Popeye's chicken. We're about to segue out. Okay, that was heavy. We got into it. We had to talk about. I'm sick of watching black people.
Woosah,
Goddamn
get it out. It's over.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Pass that shit off, man.
Shit. God damn.
And the sad thing about it is, I feel like we as a people are gonna be the first ones at the mall in Foot Locker.
Oh, niggas gonna be in the mall. Right.
They're gonna be the first ones. They're gonna be the first one. They'll be the first ones back in line, and you can buy all this stuff online. Like
Zach,
stay
the
out
white,
the stores.
the white Jordans with the purple. My buddy Rob. Why am I talking about my buddy? Our fucking friend, Big Rob.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to get those. I was like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, they're not gonna sell out. Rob's probably gonna watch this and be like, fuck you. They're not gonna sell out, nigga, because they white and Jordan, the emblem's purple. Ain't nobody gonna wear that shit.
Yeah.
Them niggas sold out. I'm like, God damn. B, how the fuck they sell out? And they like, okay. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And who has the money to buy? Niggas out there buying these goddamn Jordans.
Yeah.
With their goddamn unemployment stimulus check, however the fuck they doing it. We haven't stopped buying shit.
No. I mean, I'm a culprit of that. I haven't stopped buying shit.
Oh, Brian, I'm a culprit of that.
Yeah,
Zach, instead of going to the grocery, Zach sent me a photo of a delicious Popeye sandwich with fries,
spicy
biscuit
chicken
on the side, that old throat killer, that
Coleslaw,
biscuit.
uh-huh.
You better have
Yeah.
a tall glass of motherfucking sweet tea or ice water. That goddamn biscuit.
That biscuit tried to kill me, man. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's what's killing black people. Cops, COVID-19, them goddamn Popeyes biscuits. I just looked at that photo. I grabbed my throat, bro. I was like,
Yeah, you can taste the
water.
oil in your
I need some water.
The acid reflux.
I'm going to tell you right now. And again, you went to Uncivilized right now. Intellects. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. Ain't nothing. Brian noticed to be the truth. And Zach, you are brother from another mother. I got my eyes closed right now. That Popeye's biscuit hot, you break it open. I take one side honey, one side the strawberry jam, Brian.
Ooh.
I take the breast and I cut
And then
the
your feet
breast.
swell up after that. Your ankles just blow up. Water weight.
God damn. Motherfucker walk around with old ass feet. Hey, Brian, I'm talking about that chicken breast. Take the fork, cut it, peel it, put it on one piece of the honey and the other piece of strawberry. That's how I eat it.
I'm going to tell you, you should be a rapper. Your stories are so descriptive. I mean, you can paint a picture with food.
Oh, man.
Menus.
Shit, you making beats. I might come over to the house. We have to lay down an album called Menus Johnson, the Food Chronicles.
Uh-huh.
Man, God damn Popeyes. I wasn't even thinking about no goddamn Popeyes.
Yeah, see, now you want one of those sandwiches. Yep.
Yeah, I know. So the NBA guys, so yeah, LA's opening, places are opening. People ain't even wearing masks. People don't even give a fuck. People are like,
Hey, I don't. You guys didn't get the memo? The fucking pandemic's over. I'm tired of it, so it's over.
Yeah, it's done.
No vaccine.
No vaccine.
None.
The NBA, Brian, the NBA is back.
Yep.
Yeah. The NBA's back in a big way. Brian, what the fuck do you think about that, old friend?
I'm just waiting for the Lakers to get that ship.
Yeah. Oh,
Waiting for the
shit.
Lakers to get that ship.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I mean, they're utilizing Walt Disney World, right? But they're also going to open Walt Disney World on June 11th.
What the fuck?
So I mean, I don't really understand that.
Are you going to distance anything in any way at Walt Disney World?
That's my Keisha Knight Pulliam face. Yeah. So Disney World's going to open, like Brian said. Then they're going to have all the games at Wild World of Sports. I mean, Disney, Brian. Zach Disney. They have the fucking... They can hold the NBA, the entire NBA at Disney World. What a monster.
They have their own money. They have their own money. Disney is going to be like its own country at some point. Like literally, it's going to become its own government and they're just going to have Disney dollars or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know what they're called.
I know it's Disney dollars. I mean, you're talking, yeah, Disney bucks. I like
Mickey
Disney
bucks.
Mickey bucks. I like that too. I'm telling you, LeBron, Kyrie, and they're doing the 1 through 16 guys.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Zach, they're not going to have it the way it normally is, where it's Brian. It's East versus West. East Coast has their playoffs. The West Coast has their playoffs.
Their playoffs.
This time they're fucking mixing it.
So it's just like
LeBron-
the March Madness almost, just like
Yeah.
from a Sweet 16.
from the
That's
Sweet
fucking
16.
dope.
So
Yeah.
LeBron's going to see the Lakers will see Kyrie in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Clippers would see like shit, the Boston. So it's way more. I don't know why the fuck they haven't been doing that, Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
hadn't
should've
read the
done that.
NBA was doing that. I read the NHL was talking about doing that. They're doing like a
Yeah.
2014 playoff, and that's just how they're going to finish out
Yeah.
the season. But I
The
didn't know the
NBA
NBA
is
was doing
doing
that.
that. And
That's awesome.
I mean, what did Jordan get? A 6? Jordan's docu got a 6 share, which is high.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then the golfing, I didn't watch that shit, but I guess Peyton Manning and Brady were golfing. That got like a 5. What the fuck do you think the playoffs are gonna get? They're gonna get like an 8.
Yeah.
It's gonna be off the chain.
I mean, it's basically the only thing going on right now as far as sports.
And you know what they
Yeah.
try. You know what they try to do, guys. On an out note, is they're trying to not compete with the NFL. That's why the commission is jamming it through in July because they want it to end around August.
Yeah,
They don't want to
say.
fuck with the NFL. I'm gonna tell you right now, the NFL. Woo! When that comes back, everybody's gonna be watching that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
this year them Cowboys.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know if that's gonna happen because you saw Dak Prescott turn down that contract, and he still hasn't accepted another one.
Oh my
Johnny
God!
Jones may be like, I just offered your ass $175 million. You said no. Get the fuck out of here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, they probably could pick up another quarterback with the squad they have now.
Yeah.
Just as good, if not better.
Yeah, they could. I mean, those are the storylines. You know, Dak, them Cowboys. I fuck with Brian around about. Oh man, the boys. I kind of rib them, but secretly, I like the Cowboys. I've always liked the Cowboys since I was a kid. Yeah, it's my daddy. My dad's like, yeah, nigga like the Cowboys. Leave Brian alone.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely want to see Tampa. I need to see what the Raiders are looking like, just because they're fucking the Raiders, and I want to see what the Patriots look like without Brady. I want to see what's going on in Green Bay with the new brother that got it's going to be him. He's the quarterback. So I want to see what that dynamic is probably going to be a mess. Rodgers is probably just not.
Oh, you said Green Bay?
Yeah, Packers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I could give a shit about the Jets or the Giants. I don't think anybody cares about the Jets.
Jeez, yeah,
They're a
the Giants are
goddamn
a wrap.
mess. A wrap. And speaking of a wrap, we're going to wrap it up, guys. This has been definitely one of our best shows. We actually got into some good stuff. Yeah, y'all be safe out there. Take care of each other. And keep a camera phone on you.
Keep the camera phone rolling, man.
Keep the camera
If
phone
you
rolling.
see somebody else being mistreated, you probably should record that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to
The
take care of each
Supreme
other.
Court ruled that you are allowed to record police. You are allowed to record them. Do not listen to what the cops will tell you. Keep filming.
Keep filming, guys. Keep filming. All right, y'all. We out. Uncivilized Intellects. Peace.
Adios.
Later.